Hello guys, it's your boy AD back with another video. Now in today's video we're gonna be doing West Naruto was the neglected demon basically part 2. Now I just wanted to let you guys know that if you guys wanna like talk to me or wanna be able to like chill out and shit and like see some, if I'm about to post like a new video or something, be able to see the thumbnail earlier and maybe even get some knowledge about what it's gonna be about basically and stuff, just join my Discord and you'll be able to do that stuff. And yeah, anyways, I don't want to hurt you guys be bothered anymore, so I'm just gonna start the video.
And now this world shall know pain. Almighty push.
Anyways, basically we're gonna start this video off with where I left it off last time, which was basically when Naruto revealed himself in the Kage meeting. And basically everyone was hell shocked and shit. And that's pretty much the part where I left it in the last part. But yeah, anyways, basically we're gonna start it off right there. And the way we're gonna start it off is basically with Naruto revealing himself and everyone being shocked. And then what's it called? I'm pretty sure everyone that said that went to the Kage meeting was Menma and Mito just to get showed off as they believed in the Shadow Prophecy, and Sasuke for the Sharingan, Minato for being Okage, Kushina for being Uzumaki, and Jiraiya and Tsunade for being Sanins. So yeah, anyways, and Naruto had Kokaitis, Searcher, Beto, and I believe Demiurge. So yeah. Anyways, basically, everyone was hella shocked seeing Naruto being able to be that one village that's somewhat causing trouble as far as they know, and basically they heard rumors about weird beings being there, like when they attack the villages and they take over them, there's not really human fighting, it's a bunch of skeletons and shit. And they're really shocked about that and we're wondering how the hell it's this village controlling skeletons and even making skeletons to become alive and shit. And basically the Kage is saying you brat, and basically he loses tempers because a kid took like a bunch of the small villages in his country and whatnot. And then basically he gets mad and yells at Minato saying, Minato, get your kid under control. Basically, why is he not in your village and whatnot? And Minato says I banish him basically, with a proud look on his face, thinking that he did something good. And then all the Kages basically look at him like, bruh, you basically banish your kid that's like Kage level and keep the two Genins basically. And yeah, anyways, that happens. And basically what's it called, Minato says, Naruto, why are you attacking the villages and stuff, and why does this guy he's talking about Kokaitis looks like that, and why does this other guy talking about Demiurge have a tail, and why does this girl basically have wings and stuff and horns? And yeah, basically Naruto basically smirks and says, oh, because they're not human basically. And everyone looks at him in shock and is like, what do you mean they're not human? And basically Naruto tells Demiurge to basically transform, which he transformed into his frog state, not his real demon like state thingy. But yeah, that happens. And basically everyone is pretty shocked that he can just transform like that. And they're like, wait, so they won't just like cosplaying and shit? And Naruto laughs and says, why would you do that? And basically the Sushi Kage gets up and basically walks up to Kokaitis and touches him to see if that was actually his skin or something, like a sort of suit, like a freaking robot suit or something like that, which he's shocked that is his skin. And basically, he's pretty shocked and backs off because he doesn't want to get his head cut off. But yeah, anyways, basically, what's it called? And Mito, no, not Mito, Menma kind of likes how Albedo and Sergio looks because, come on, let's be honest, Albedo's you can't not look at her and be like she's not good looking, but she got them looks, but she's good, but and Sergio is fine, she's fine, she's pretty good, but yeah. And basically, Menma, I keep saying Mito. Menma basically says, "You demon, why is that girl so basically pale?" And Naruto says, "Who basically?" And he points at Sergio, and basically Naruto says, "Oh, because she's a vampire, basically." And Menma is like, "What, a vampire? That's not like weird and shit." But he's thinking it might be possible because these other ones are like really weird and shit. So in their eyes anyway, and basically he's thinking it might be weird, but he isn't saying it. He's saying it's not possible, and Sachi gets annoyed basically, and she summons two of her little summons type thing. It's like two vampires, but like weaker version of them, and they're like obey her only, and they barely have a brain. Basically, they just obey her and whatnot. But yeah, and Naruto tells her to not attack because yeah, and basically she puts them away, and yeah, and then Minato says, "How are you controlling them?" Basically, like why are they listening to you? Why are they like beating you up like a demon? Like how you deserve to be beaten up, basically, and Naruto glares at him basically, and then basically what's it called? Demiurge gets in front of Naruto and is like, "Do you guys just wanna disrespect the great the one of the great ones, like great supreme beings or whatever, or are you here to talk about your Kage thingies?" And basically they stop annoying Naruto and start talking about why they called a meeting in the first place, saying, "Oh, why is Naruto even taking over the villages, and why what's it called? How is he even, controlling skeletons and whatnot, and Death Knight and all that shit?" But they don't know the Death Knight name. They just call them big skeletons, basically. And yeah, and Naruto explains that these guys were Death Knight and all that shit like that, and basically yeah, you get the gist of it. And also Kurama is there, but she isn't really talking. She's just there until before they leave. They ask who is she basically, and Kurama looks at Kushina and gives her evil smirk basically, and basically Ninetales come behind Kurama and says, "I'm the Ninetales," and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that and shit?" And basically everyone's getting the guard basically, and Kurama just puts her tails back in basically, and she walks over to Naruto and basically starts playing with Naruto basically, not like a game or anything, just like you know what I mean, but anyways, basically, she starts, playing with Naruto and shit, and basically Kushina screams out, "Naruto, what is wrong with you? How is she even out of the cell?" basically. And Naruto says, "Oh, you didn't know, did you?" And Kushina says, "What do you mean I didn't know?" And Naruto basically explains that you can take out the Ninetales if as long as you agree with it and she does as well, basically. And yeah. Anyways, and basically Kushina and Minato asks how how the hell does she even have a human form? Isn't she supposed to be like a giant fox and whatnot? And basically, Kurama gives them a glare, saying basically, because she basically took it as them saying that she wasn't pretty and shit, and basically, Kushina says she didn't mean it like that, and basically, Kurama just ignores her for the rest of the time, and yeah, anyways, basically, stuff like that keeps happening for a while, and then Kage meeting is over, and yeah. And now, before the Kage meeting ends, Naruto did get permission to basically come and participate in the Chūnin Exam or whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, basically that happens, and he get they get permission to participate, and oh my gosh, bro. Anyways, basically, they go back to the Whirlpool village or the demon. I actually changed the name to the Great Demon King Naruto, basically. So yeah, it's the Kingdom of the Great Demon King Naruto, basically. Anyways, basically they go back there and they chill, get the team set up, basically, which is Naruto, Sergio, and Albedo, and Kurama, of course, because she's inside of Naruto practically. So yeah. And the other team, should I even have another team? Nah, no other teams. And the team leader is Demiurge, which is this guy obviously with the glasses. And yeah. Oh, should I? Yeah. And then basically, they go to the Leaf Village, and they start doing the Chūnin Exam and whatnot. But we're gonna go over to Danzo's point of view, basically. Danzo hears about the whole news about Naruto being the leader, and all that shit, and basically he's like, that brat, how dare he? I was supposed to have the Nine Tails when he basically left and whatnot. I was gonna take the Nine Tails on him, basically. And he's like, wait, I can just take over that village and make it one of the Leaf and take over the whole world after that, basically. So he goes and over with practically all of his umbos, and basically all of them go to Naruto's village to try and take over the place. But when they get there, they get meet up with like 100 to like about 100 plus Death Knight, and a couple, like the 3 demon general for Demiurge, which he left there, and what's it called? He met with Kage as well. And Bella or Bella Tia or something like that. Basically, those 2 elf, and basically Danzo thinks I still got the numbers. I'm still gonna beat them, basically, and yeah, whatnot. And basically they start fighting. So yeah, sorry about that, I got interrupted. So yeah, anyways, Danzo basically tells his umbos to attack, and basically they attack, they follow Danzo's orders and attack, basically. And what's it called, Kokaitis and the girl, this one, they basically start, Kokaitis takes out his axe and the girl takes out her whip type thing. It's like a kind of like a freaking fire thing, but it's like a whip but a fire as well. But yeah, anyways, kind of hard to explain. But she basically takes out and starts swinging around, pretty much cutting Umbu's head left and right, and Kokaitis is basically slashing the sword and the axe and shit. So yeah, Anyways, basically, they kind of go on a bit of a massacre spree on Danzo's ambos, and Danzo realize these guys aren't messing around, and Danzo starts thinking maybe I have to retreat, and he was getting ready to retreat, but what's it called? I want to go. This guy right here basically got behind him and basically hit him with the staff that he's holding and broke his legs. And then he basically opens the ground and basically buries Danzo and basically crushing him in the process. But Danzo uses the Izanagi, and yeah. And then basically then they realize that Danzo is using Daijutsu, and what's it called? They don't want to bother basically keep on killing him over and over and over. So they call the Guardian the fourth floor, I believe. And basically this guy appears being a giant monster that he is. And he basically grabs Danzo, breaking basically every bone in his body in the process, and eats him alive. So yeah, Danzo can't come back from that. He's dead. And basically they send a letter to Naruto telling him what happens. But yeah. Anyways, we go back to Naruto and Demiurge and Celtier and Albedo. Basically, they just got in the Leaf Village, and you know, the guards stopped them saying, do you have what business do you have in the village? And they basically show them the paper for the Chūnin Exam, and they let them in and whatnot. And yeah, they go in with basically our Demiurge gets sent to just get some information about what's going on and shit, like what's happening in the Chūnin Exam if possibly can and whatnot. And but Naruto basically goes on a date with Albedo and Celtier, and basically they're kind of playing around and whatnot, and eventually Albedo was so focused on what's it called? What the fuck is it called again? On Naruto, and basically he Konohama bumps into her, and she kind of gets annoyed, but not that much because she's with Naruto and she doesn't want to look bad in front of Naruto. So yeah, she acts like she doesn't mind, and basically Konohama kind of says what he's kind of about him being the Tokage's grandson and whatnot, but Albedo doesn't give a fuck about that. But yeah, anyways, basically that happens. Interaction goes a little similar to Kaien, but yeah. And basically what's it called? They meet up with, I'm gonna say freaking Albedo made a joke about Celtier being flat chested and whatnot, and basically Celtier got a little annoyed, but she didn't attack Albedo or anything. But then Konohama kind of laughed at it, and he pissed off Celtier, and Celtier started running after him, and he bumped into Kunko, and Kunko was about to beat him up, but Naruto basically told him to stop because he kind of liked Konohama, and not in a weird way like that, but yeah. Anyways, basically he tells Kunko to put him down, and Kanko was like, and what are you gonna do about it and shit? And then basically Naruto disappears and appears behind Kanko and basically starts breaking. He starts twisting his arm basically, and Kanko basically drops Konohama immediately, and yeah. And then basically Naruto lets go of him, and then what's it called? Albedo basically walked up to a tree and basically pulled out the god item that she got from her creator, I believe. She got like some kind of item that can transform into weapons and whatnot, and she basically turns it to the axe and basically cuts the tree down basically, and Gaara falls off of it. And basically, God does the same thingy so he doesn't get hurt, and appears behind. Next to Tamario or whatever. And basically, basically God asks Naruto what's his name and Albedo as well. Basically, he realizes they're strong, but yeah. And Naruto says it's Naruto, but Albedo doesn't really answer because she doesn't want to talk to him. But yeah, that happens, and they go to a Chūnin Exam and whatnot. And when they get there, what's it called? The genjutsu is on and whatnot, and when they open the door, they realize the genjutsu is on immediately when they open it, and basically what's it called? No, Menma running up to Albedo to basically try and be like, oh, you got on a date with me and shit, but Albedo basically it made it an aura that basically makes him stop talking, like make him scared and not be able to talk basically. And pretty much she walks up to the Chūnin and basically tells him to put down the genjutsu, and the Chūnin is like, oh, why would I do that or whatever, and the Chūnin goes for a punch, but before basically he hits the Chūnin, he hits Albedo, Sergio gets in front of her, and basically you see the Chūnin's arm fall off basically. And yeah, the Chūnin starts screaming and whatnot, and you see the blood basically goes on top of Sergio and starts forming an orb up there, and basically the Chūnin kind of died, but yeah, no one cares about that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, Sergio now can transform into her vampire form because she got the blood shit. And yeah, anyways, basically that happens, and they walk in, and everyone is kind of scared of the team now because they didn't even see her move. And Rock Lee is about to, challenge. He challenged Sasuke and beats the fuck out of him, and also Menma as well. And the same thing happened kind to Naruto happened to Menma, and basically Naruto and Albedo and what's it called? Sergio was walking by, and basically Sergio kind of laughs at it because yeah, she's not doing the higher emotion and whatnot, and Albedo just like looks at them with disgust, and Naruto kind of just laughs it off. And yeah, they go to the thing, and Albedo gets like she gets like a 100 in like 10 seconds because she's hella smart. Naruto gets pretty much the same thing, and Sergio gets like 12 ish seconds or so. But yeah, that happens. They pass with flying colors. They pass easily, and basically, we go to a forest of death, and Uncle, what's it called? Uncle pulls that kunai and whatnot, and she, throws it, and Naruto already made a blood clone, I'ma say, and basically it starts bleeding, and she goes and licks Naruto's face, and Albedo basically grabs Uncle by the neck and snaps her neck, but she turns to a snake, and yeah, basically Uncle realizes, damn, I shouldn't be messing with this kid, basically. And yeah, Naruto appears behind Uncle and slashes at her, which kind of hurts her, but not fatal or anything, but yeah. And pretty much other games are like, damn, I'm not going after this kid, basically. And God is thinking, I'm gonna have to kill this kid, basically. Mother wants his blood or whatever. Anyways, that happens, and they go to the forest of death. And in the forest, basically, Demiurge comes and tells them about Orochimaru being there. And basically now to go hunt down Orochimaru. And they get there, find Orochimaru about to give Sasuke a Iki. And Naruto jumps down, and basically makes so now Sasuke saying, so you can't get any of my girls, so you're going after that guy now, basically. And Sasuke gets mad because Sasuke kind of has a crush on Albedo and Sergio because they're strong and that's what he really wants, strong women or whatever. And basically, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, that happens, and basically Naruto, what's it called? Tells Sergio to pretty much beat up Orochimaru, and he does that because he knows Sergio can beat Orochimaru because she's like the best at 1v1s. So yeah, anyways, basically, Orochimaru was like, why would you send a kid after me? Because Sergio doesn't look that old. But yeah, basically, Sergio walks up to him and basically he takes out the Izanagi blade or whatever. Something like that. I forgot the name of it. Basically the blade that killed the Hokage. And basically he goes for a slash. But Sergio blocks it with one fingernail. And he's pretty shocked about that because it normally just cuts through everything. Oh yeah. And he keeps going for slashes for her head, but Sergio keep blocking the sword with one fingernail. And basically, eventually Sergio gets pretty bored of this, and what's it called? She basically goes for a slash and with like her what's it called, nails and shit. And basically, she basically cuts Orochimaru in half, but he turns to a snake, and he basically tries to retreat a little bit, but Sergio doesn't let him get away, and basically she appears in front of Orochimaru and whips up his head basically, and yeah, Orochimaru's blood basically does the same thing as the Chūnin. It flows up and basically turns to a ball, makes the ball a little bit bigger basically. And yeah, and basically they take his scroll, go to a forest of death. I mean the third place thingy, and basically they what's it called? Go to the third place, and the fights happens different than canon, being Gar fights Rock Lee, beats Rock Lee, breaking his legs or whatnot. And Naruto doesn't heal Rock Lee because he doesn't really know Rock Lee that much. But yeah. Anyway, basically the next fight, Sasuke versus that one guy, he basically beats that guy because Naruto didn't let Orochimaru give Sasuke a Ike. But yeah, Menma versus Kiba, he beats Kiba. Mito versus Ino, I'ma say. She beats Ino, and next fight is Sergio versus I'ma say Uselessness, yeah. And this fight goes basically a super one-sided one, being what's it called? Since Naruto kind of dislikes now Sakura because of what she did, and basically what's it called? Naruto tells Sachi if she wants, she can kill her, basically. But nobody else heard that except for Alberto and Naruto and Sachi, obviously. And basically, Sachi nods and basically jumps down from the running whatever the fuck I was standing on. And basically, Sakura is like, oh, you demon lover whore, basically, I'm gonna kill you and whatnot, saying a bunch of bullshit. And basically Selcha gets annoyed because she basically insulted one of the new members of the 41s or 42 now, I guess you can say. and basically she just swings her hands right in front of her neck, and basically that's what everyone sees. But then Sakura's head basically falls off, and yeah, and then basically it's called, yeah, Sakura's head falls off basically, and the blood floats up, creating a bigger spear basically, and basically Sergio goes back up, and the next fight is battle versus I'm gonna say just Conqueror, yeah, Conqueror, and basically Conqueror does that puppet thing, and Albedo summons the axe type thing, and basically breaks the puppet, and he was about to kill Conqueror, but Conqueror gave up because he knew he can't fight Taijutsu, and yeah, they wanna die. And I'm gonna say Naruto just, I don't know. He fights Shino. Wait, did Shino fight somebody? I think he fought the Sound Ninja, right? I'm just gonna say the Sound Ninja died, and Naruto is fighting Shino. And Shino sends a bunch of bugs at Naruto, like that's basically what he does. And Naruto activates his dark chakra basically, and it makes it so the bugs die basically. So yeah. Anyways, you go in the 1 month training trip, and in this 1 month, Naruto doesn't really train. All he does is basically go out on dates with Albedo, Sergio, and Kurama, and yeah, that's practically all they do. And basically, yeah, that's basically all they do. But in the end, Kurama tells Naruto that she has a gift for Naruto. And Naruto asks what is it, and then Kurama goes into Naruto's mindscape and pulls him in there as well, and basically shows him something that she did to his body basically, and Naruto was pretty happy about it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna leave you off. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and yeah, I will be seeing you guys in the next one, and let me know what if you guys want me to do next. Should I do this one, like what if Naruto was the neglected demon, or what if Naruto had the spirit spear Basquias? What if Naruto was a Utsuki to finish that one, because I've been thinking about finishing it? Or what if Naruto had was Kaguya's son redo, or something like that? Let me know which one you guys want, and I will be doing the one that most of you guys asked for. But yeah, anyways, peace.